so here's the plan that we're going to do. This is the way that the water flow is going to happen. So first, the backflow preventer is right here. So imagine that the backflow preventer is here, and the water is flowing down this way. So the water is flowing down here, and we have a T connector here, and then a pipe. So it's about a 6-inch pipe here that goes to the shut-off valve, another 6-inch pipe, an elbow that will connect with another pipe that goes to here. And this is where we're going to inject the solution, which is where this thing is going to be. And there is two nozzle here, or where the flexible pipe goes into, and this flexible pipe is going to feed in the solution using this device. And I'm going to put this aside so you can see it first. So the solution is going to get mixed in here, and then this red dial right here, this is actually the dial to adjust how much or how little the solution that you want to mix in to the water. So the water flows in here through this top part right here, gets mixed with the solution, and then it flows through this and through this another pipe here, and another pipe connecting from here to here and down here. So what happened is, if I would like to feed in solution to my sprinkler system, I would disconnect this particular valve, which means that the water is not going to go through here as it regularly is. So the existing pipe here is going to get cut. Sorry, I forgot to explain that. So there's, if you imagine a backflow preventer, water comes into here, backflow, and it comes down here. The water usually goes down here and connects to the sprinkler system, which is down here. Now what we're going to do is intercept the water, if you would. So it goes through here, gets fed in with the solution, and comes out here in this way. So if I want to use it regularly, meaning I don't want any solution, I would shut off this valve, turning it perpendicular, so that the water is not going to go through here, and it's not going to get mixed in with the solution, and the water instead is going to flow down here, and I have to open this valve so that it flows normally as its regular flow to the irrigation system or sprinkler system. So this is going to be the plan, and I'm going to cut a bunch of, looks like it's going to be about 6-inch, whatever this size is. I think it's going to be about 7-inch. I'm going to cut a bunch of 7-inch segments, and each one of these segments is going to connect where these pipes are going to be. Right here, here, right here, here. Except for this one. This one is going to be whatever that size is, 31 inches or so. But everything else is going to be about 7 inches. I have a maximum pipe or maximum height here of 24 inches that I have to respect. So that one actually, you can see, is cutting close. So I cannot cut 6-inch or 7-inch pipes here, because then I'm going to get in trouble. So I'm going to have to probably shorten this side here to about 4 inches so that I will be safe. Yeah, maybe even 3 inches. I'm not sure. But anyway, basically these have to be a lot closer for me to be able to make sense of things. Yeah, just like that, something like that. That would be safe. So that I have enough room, that is. Alright, well that's the plan, and let's get cutting. Okay, we got all the components cut here, and I'm going to re-explain again the water flow. So the backflow preventer is here, and the water is coming out from this side right here. Water is coming into here. So this is the source of the water right here. And if we just want to use the sprinkler system regularly, which is the usual path of the water just going down to here, and this is the pipe that goes to the sprinkler system, this will stay open. So straight like this is open, and this one should be closed. So I would turn this valve here. Why is it so hard? Okay, there you go. I would turn this valve like this, so that will be closed here. And on the other side, when I want to use the solution injection system, which is this guy right here, I would turn this valve open, so we will let the water flow to here, and then I will close this valve here closed, so that the water will not flow through here. It will stop here, and the water will flow through here and this way, and then it will come down to the sprinkler system. You may wonder why I didn't cut this section here. It's because I forgot to buy the right adapter. The Chapin solution injector system uses a regular garden hose connector, and I need to go back to Home Depot and find a garden hose to a 1-inch PVC connector that works. On this side, I already figured it out. I have this converter here that screws onto here, and then this elbow connector here can connect to the 1-inch pipe, PVC pipe system. So this part here works out perfectly, and I think I got everything ready to go. I think I'm ready to glue this, at least this part right here. I'm going to glue it in all together. I'm pretty confident that this part right here is correct. Now, until I get the actual connector to connect this, I am not going to glue that part yet. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna glue anything. I'm probably just gonna clean up these cut pipe, what do you call it, the deburring process, and I'm just going to hand fit everything. And I'll go to Home Depot and get the actual converter that fits correctly. Have everything hand fitted first, and then I'll disassemble and put it all together. Okay, so we're going to assemble this. We're going to start with the top left corner. So I'm just going to disassemble this. Actually, I'm not going to glue this part because that's going to be glued when I connect it to the system. So just this side and this side, and the pipe itself. that's done. And then I'm gonna assemble this down first. Oh, I think I forgot to deburr this. Let's get this cleaned up. Right. This one first. So we want the valve to be perpendicular so that when we install it on the wall, we'll be able to turn it because the wall is going to be like this. Okay. And then this side. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and connect this here, but then I'm not gonna connect this part right here until I finish connecting all that. Okay, just tight. All right, so okay, and just want to make sure this is exactly on the right angle, and the way to do that is to go ahead and try to assemble a little bit part of it. Okay, all right, and then I'm gonna work on this side. Again, we want to have the valve pointing directly away from the wall, so we're going to assemble it like this. There you go. Perfect. Be a little bit down. Okay, there you go. Perfect. All right. Next, this guy right here. go. And then next, we'll remove this first. Actually, let me remove this one also. Okay. And there we go. Okay. And then this part right here. This is the most critical part because the connection between this and this. I think if there's any part of this that's gonna leak, it's probably this part right here because it's meant to be removable. So I'm not gonna glue this part, but I am going to attach it the best I can, and hopefully it will not leak. Oh, I forgot to mention, there is a rubber gasket inside this garden hose connection. It's kind of typical for most garden hose connection to have that rubber gasket, and it's not any different with this one. So it has a rubber gasket. Make sure you have that rubber gasket because without it, it will leak for sure. Okay, so I tighten it really tight, but not tight, not crazy tight where I think I'm gonna break it, and we're just gonna leave it like that. And then on this side, there is no rubber gasket on this side, and I am a little bit worried that my thread is not exactly the same as that one, so I am going to glue this part and hope that it will not cause a leak. You know what? I changed my mind. I don't think I'm gonna glue this part. I'm just gonna tighten this as best I can. I'm probably gonna use a Teflon. Yeah, let me bring a Teflon tape. Okay, and then now the final piece. Looks like it could be a little bit too long. Yeah, because I tightened this one a lot, so I'm going to have to adjust. I'm going to have to cut this a little bit. So I'll be right back. Okay, I got the pipe cut already, and then now we can finally make the final connection. Good. And okay. 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 And okay. All right. That's it. It is completely assembled, and I'm pretty sure it will not leak anywhere. The only part that I'm not sure about is this part right here. So let's see if I can do one last tightening. Okay, I think that's as tight as possible. So hopefully that's not gonna leak there. But everything else is looking super good. Alright, so the next thing we're gonna do is put it on to, well, we're gonna have to wait for this to dry, so probably a day or so. And then tomorrow we are going to attach it to the backflow preventer right there, and it's gonna go basically like this. Yeah. Okay, I messed up. Basically, the water, I thought the water was flowing this way and going down to the sprinkler system here, but it's actually not correct. The water is actually, this is the source of the water, and it comes out that way. There's actually an arrow here that gave me that clue. So I shut off the water source here. The problem is that I made this design so that it will sit nicely here, but obviously that's not going to happen because I need to put it on here. I almost cut this actually, and until I noticed that when I was draining the pipe, I turned on my sprinkler system and water was still spurting out of this valve, and I thought, that's impossible because I already shut it off. But this side is not, so therefore I thought, well, backflow, exactly what's happening is backflowing, and this thing is doing its job, and the water is spurting out. So I thought, wow, I really probably got the flow backward, which saves me in a lot of headache. So if I would have cut this already, I would have to reconnect it back, etc. It's not going to be the end of the world, but definitely a problem. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this back. Okay, I don't have the right tape. This is a nice 10 mil tape. I'm going to have to buy a nice tape just like that. But I am going to cut actually this side, and I'm going to put this like so. Okay, so we are going to start right about right here. Surprisingly, it's kind of moist here. It's kind of moist. Kind of odd. Do we have a leak here? Yeah, we have like this soil here, and it's still moist. That's strange. Okay, so let's do the measurement again. If I would have cut, basically I would have cut right here. And just my pencil. Oh, it's over there. Okay, so we can cut this down a bit more. Actually, just to be safe, I am going to turn this off. There we go. And then we can mark and start cutting. Going to cut a little bit more, just a tad on top of it, so that gives us a little bit more room for error. Okay, here we go. Okay, they use cheap, very thin PVC here. Not the kind that I bought, but it's fine. And we're gonna cut the bottom part now. So let me just pull this. At least it's easier to cut. Go. Okay, let's clean up this debris here. Clean up the top. And there's some water here, so it's kind of moist. So I'm gonna get a paper towel to make sure that it's completely dry before I put in the glue. Okay, let's do last measurement. So that goes in there, and that goes in there. I think it'll work out just fine. Okay, so here we go. You know what, actually before I do this, before we connect this, I just thought of something. It'll be easier for me to insulate this while it's just outside. So let me insulate it and continue with this video tomorrow where I'm going to put it onto this pipe. In the meantime, I will go ahead and just cut this off. There you go. And I'll remember to buy a tape for Home Depot, and we just put this on tomorrow, and it will look like basically like that. I know this is not ideal. I made a mistake. I should have built it like this. And I should have turned the valve this way and turned that way, and it would have all be perfect. But I made a mistake, so let this video be your guide so that you don't make this mistake yourself. And but it's not the end of the world. It'll turn out okay, I think. So we're going to install this like this, and this has already been cleaned. Let's go ahead and put a lot of glue on this. Little tip about the glue. I'm kind of regretting the fact that I bought colored glue. Unless you really want to see where the glue has been applied, having a blue colored glue is actually not a good thing because it's ugly. You can really see like this. If it's not covered, you can really see where the glues are, and it's not a pretty sight. So they sell clear PVC glue, and I think that's the best way to go, because you don't see all the glues. Okay, so here we go. This is the moment of truth, and I am going to connect the bottom first, because that's harder to see. That's all the way in. Okay, let's try to put a little bit more glue, because I think the glue is drying up. Okay, and lift this up a little bit. Down. And that should be it. So I made a mistake on this particular installation. The problem here is that the water keeps flowing even if I close this valve. I can never shut off the water flowing to this fertigation system, because the water is still flowing here. Let me show you. So the water is still flowing from down here because this valve is open. Even if I want to close this fertigation system, the water is still flowing here, and it can flow here and goes up this way. So I was hoping that this product here will be smart enough not to allow the water to flow this way, because there's an arrow here and here, but I was wrong. So this product right here would actually allow the water pressure to go up this way, and therefore it will still leak from these hoses. and as you can see, there's a problem leaking here, and so the quality of this particular Okay, so to fix this issue, I'm gonna have to add a valve right here. No, actually like this, so that I can stop the water flow from coming in this way. And I'm gonna replace this system with something else. But in the meantime, I can still run my sprinkler system because I can stop the water flow here and I can stop it here. So it'll just be a flow through, just like before. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the water here first, and then I'm going to cut this pipe this insulation here. Okay, so I got the new valve installed. Like I was saying before, this will fix the backflow issue so that when I have this water on, the flow goes through here, and when I want it to go straight down, I can now block the water here and here, so it will be blocked. Before, it goes through and I didn't have this valve and the water was going backward and it was still causing this leak. So I have to install this valve here to prevent that leak. Like I was saying earlier, I'm going to do more testing, probably wait one more week for this Chapin company people to give them a chance to get back to me and see what they say about this leak issue. And if they do, I'll make another video to update you about what they say and what is the fix for this. If not, then I'll end up returning this, and then I'll also make another video letting you know not to ever buy this product again because it's not working as advertised. Anyhow, that's it. This is my fertigation system, or pesticide system using the sprinkler system, and it works like this. And it costs about, I think it costs about $30 worth of piping and probably about 3-4 hours worth of work cutting and gluing the pipes together. Overall, it would have been worth it. I wish I can demonstrate this with this system here, but I can't right now because it's leaking. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this, please subscribe and have a good day. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel to see more do-it-yourself video like these and support my channel. Thank you.